Hi friends, it's Victor Costa and welcome to the Daily Lift. I hope you're having an outstanding day and I hope today's podcast makes it even better for you. My life began to change when I started to practice the word yes. It may be hard to believe, but I was a no guy. Hey Vic, you want to go out for a drink? No. Hey Vic, you want to come to a party? No. Hey Vic, do you want to do this? No. And when you get into the habit of saying no, it won't be long before other people stop asking you to come to places, or you won't get invited to places. And the next thing you know, you find yourself absolutely isolated. If you say no to everything, don't be surprised if that's what your life looks like. It looks like a pile of no's. And I've even turned down invitations to things that I know I would enjoy. And I decided that I didn't like the way things were for me. Socially, I didn't like the fact that I was afraid of so many things and had no real rational reason for being afraid of things. And I decided to start practicing the word yes. So I started really, really small. Someone would invite me to something and I would just say yes. I wouldn't think about it. I would commit right then and there. And then, sometimes I would regret, oh gosh, I have to go to that thing. But ultimately I would go, and then something incredible would happen when I got there. And I started to get into the rhythm of that wait a minute, the incredible things don't exist in a vacuum. They deal with elements of co-creation and ideas and relationships and friendships. And when I started to say yes to things, I started to get used to all of the things that came along with the word yes, which were incredible. And do you know what comes along with the word no? Nothing. Zero. And I'm not just talking about going out to things. I'm talking about saying yes to taking risks, saying yes to trying something different, saying yes to allowing yourself to be embarrassed with things. And so when I began to practice the word yes, my life began to change for the better. Remarkable things, relationships, friendships, exciting endeavors and journeys that I've been taking with other people that I have met as a result of just saying yes. It's changed my life completely. I wouldn't have a podcast if I didn't say yes. I'm going to figure out how to do this. I wouldn't have a YouTube channel. I wouldn't have a spouse if I didn't know how to say yes, right? And so I'm so lucky somebody else said yes to me. So think about that. Think about the things that you want in your life and recognize that they are really just a lack of practicing the word yes, right? If you're afraid to start that business, you have to just say yes. If you are afraid to ask that person on a date or ask them to marry you, you have to say yes. If you're afraid to just try something, the answer is yes, right? So we don't mean things like if somebody asks you to jump off a bridge that you say yes to everything, but you know those things. It's those things that people ask you and you know you should say yes to, but there's this hesitation. And if you let that hesitation sit in, whether it's fear, social phobia, or just laziness, you can't allow that to happen. And you know when that feeling comes on. It comes on when you're asked or challenged. So I'm challenging you, to begin saying the word yes and practicing the word yes. And I've written a poem for tonight's podcast, and I really hope you like it. And I look forward to your comments and feedback. As you know, I'm going to be posting this as a video on my channel, on the Vic's Natural channel. And so let's get on with this poem. Practice the word yes if you want to be a guest at the table of life where the food is best. The answer to why is yes. The answer to how is yes. The answer to if is yes. No need to guess. The cure is yes. The answer to be blessed is yes. Now confess that you heard me and go fearlessly on your quest, armed with one word, the only word, with all your heart, all at once. Breathe deeply now and give it to me. Y-E-S. I hope this poem inspired you to begin thinking about saying yes, about saying yes to All things that you've wanted to do but have said no to in the past for whatever reason. So it's a practice. And when you see how wonderful it can be, and you go on the adventure is on the other side when you say yes, right? There is no adventure when you say no. There's nothing there. It's safe. You're at home. You're tucked away. But you challenge yourself when you say yes. All the sweet stuff is a result of you saying yes to something. So this is what we have to do. This is our quest if we want a better life. And so let's practice those 3 little words or 3 little letters. Y-E-S. And so just practice it and start really, really small. If somebody asks you something, just say yes. Okay? If it's something small, practice and work your way up to those things you've been meaning to say yes to your entire life. This is Victor Costa signing off for the Daily Lift. I wish you all the best in health and happiness.